Hi there guys, it's Matt Guy here reporting for the Yorkshire Voice, and I'm here with some exciting news, so I'll just wait for you all to feed in to tell you that news. But first, I'll give you some information about the building behind me. You might recognise it if you're from the area. This is the Majestic Building. Now, the Majestic Building was first opened in 1922. It's coming up to almost a century ago, and it was opened initially just as a sort of hall, an auditorium to hold events and things like that. And then later on in the 60s, it was then created into a bingo hall. Now, a lot of people came down. It's a massive hall, as you can expect. There's thousands and thousands of seats in there. At 1960s bingo hall, you can imagine lots of people piling in. But then later on, and I think it was about 2000, in the 90s, sorry, late in the 90s, it was then turned into a cinema. As you might expect, it might be able to be a cinema. It's not too difficult a thing to imagine. But then it became also a nightclub. Now, this was called the Majestic. It was spelt differently, obviously, to the standard spelling of Majestyc. It was a different spelling to that, of course, as you might expect, to be a bit quirky for trying to pull customers in through the doors as a nightclub. But then, tragically, a few years ago in 2014, it was then closed down due to a fire which ravaged the roof of the building and meant it could not be used anymore. And since then, it's been closed since 2014. Now, I'll turn the camera around and just take you down by the side of it so you can see the work that's going underway. So there we are. So we're live now on Facebook for the Yorkshire Voice, right in the centre of Leeds, in the city square. And of course, it is the Majestic Building in front of me. You can see on the side here, there's some scaffolding up. Now, this is part of the news I was going to tell you, which is this Majestic Building. Why am I going on about it? Well, it's due to have a £40 million renovation. It's in a scheme that will pump money into the building to renovate it to its former glories. Now, on the top of the building that was damaged by the fire, it did have an ornate roof and in a dome shape. Now, apparently these new plans of £40 million will give this building another dome roof, but this time a glass dome roof. Now, why would a building like this need a glass dome roof? Well, it's to fit into the landscape, really. Leeds is an ever-growing city, as we know, and it's becoming more and more modern as the days come on. And this glass dome roof will be part of the building, which will house office spaces, and it will be high-class office spaces. Covering over 60,000 square foot, the building will cover, for high-class office spaces for people in Leeds to enjoy and use the facilities. Now, as I said, it's right in the centre of the city. It's a prime location in City Square. There's a train station just there behind me. There's the exit. It's a prime location for office spaces, so why not make them? Well, that's been the order of the day, as I believe it is the Leeds-based property company Rushbond that has appointed the construction and civil engineering company Sir Robert McAlpine. Now, these renovators and developers have said, I will read out in a moment, their statement is, when complete in 2019, the Majestic will provide a stage for modern, forward-thinking, imaginative and ambitious businesses who are seeking distinctive landmark presence at the heart of the Leeds City region. Now, as we've seen, this is the heart of the Leeds City region. It's right in City Square by the train station. So this is only positive news. £40 million being invested into our city. It's great news. Now, I'm Matt Guy reporting for the Yorkshire Voice. Make sure you keep tuning in to our posts all day here on Facebook, but also tune into our programme live at 4 o'clock, where we will be in our TV studio, bringing you the latest and greatest from around the area. So thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.